Alright, so I'm back for, the next, upload in the Atomic Habits thing. So this is on chapter 2, and it's about how your habits shape your identity, and vice versa. So, your identity shapes your habits, and your habits shape your identity. So, yeah. Anyway, I've got, 17 points here. Some of them are more statements, some of them are longer, some of them are shorter. I'll go into depth on some of them, some are just going to explain themselves. Anyway, so let's get started. Hopping right into the first one. And this one is, changing habits is hard for 2 reasons. A, we change the wrong thing. And B, we try to change our habits in the wrong way. So in this book, he goes into, not in this book. In this chapter, he goes into the first thing, which was, we changed the wrong thing. And that's what this chapter is going to be about. And then in future chapters, he's going to talk about, we try to change our habits in the wrong way. So, yeah. Okay, so, first thing, there's 3 layers of behavior change, and then there's a little graph. There's the first big circle, then a circle in that, and then an even smaller circle in that. So the most outer one is your outcomes, and that's your goals and stuff. The middle layer is your processes, or systems, and then your middle layer is your beliefs and assumptions, and that's your identity. So yeah. Cool. Next thing, all of the levels are used in different ways and are all roughly equally as valuable, because they're all used in different ways, Anyway, outcome-based habits are where it's the first layer of the circle, which is the outcome. Then you focus on the middle layer, and then lastly you focus on the most center layer. And then identity-based habits are where you start with the middle one, so you change your identity first, then you change your processes, and then you then you get the outcomes, your goals and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, then hopping right into the next thing. Make yourself change your identity and believe you're the type of person you want to become. So basically, the way he explained this one was with he got 2 smokers, cigarettes and stuff. The first one, admitted that he was trying to quit. He was actively trying to quit. That he was still a smoker, but he was trying to quit. And then the second one was believing that he wasn't a smoker anymore, and that he was that was part of his past life, or not past life, but that was in the past, kind of thing. Yeah. So anyway, behind every system of actions, there's a system of beliefs. So that's that's just a statement. Anyway, next one. Behavior that goes against your beliefs won't last. You may try to clean your room occasionally, but if you don't believe that you're a generally clean person, then you won't form the habit of, cleaning your room every week or every day or every other day or every month. You know what I mean? Anyway, that was poorly explained because it was partially explained by me, and we're going to go into that even more in a couple further points. Anyway, hold up. Give me a second, I gotta turn the page because it's really annoying stuff. Hold on. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright, so then number 10 now. The ultimate form of motivation comes from identifying that you are something and not that you want to be something. So that's an explanation of the last thing. Anyway, yeah. Improvements are temporary until they become who you are. And the goal isn't to read a book, it's to become a reader. Or, like, the goal isn't to, or what's it called? Never mind. Hold on. The goal isn't to save each month. The goal is to stop spending so much. Or, that's not right. Hold on. The goal isn't to post one video, it's to post videos regularly. Haha. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. And you have to keep in mind that's a double-edged sword, and allegiance to a habit can make it very hard to break. And, that's like, saying, oh, I'm always late to something, then you're not going to work on being on time or be focused on being on time. You saying you're bad at directions, get a GPS, first of all, but anyway, yeah. And saying, like, you're a bad spender, well, you don't have to be. That's something you can change, So, your identity can change at any point, Anyway, where was I? Alright. And these things that I'm talking about are true on, like, any scale or level, So, like, on an entire team, let's say, like, a football team, maybe their goals are to be really fast, or, no, that's more individual player. Their goals are to play more as a team, but if their team identity is that they're bad at, playing as a team, then they're not going to be able to play as a team long term, or, never mind. Okay, skip to the next one. Anyway, becoming the best version of yourself requires you to constantly edit your beliefs and expand your identity. That's just a fact. Undisputable. Totally, awesome. Okay. The two-step process to change your identity is hold on. Before I go into the actual steps, I'm going to talk about a couple of things real quick. So, A, every belief formed about yourself is learned through experience. So that's like, I used to be, playing video games a lot, and I still kind of am, but I'm working on it. I got it. Hold on, I'm taking my own advice. I'm not a video game player anymore. That's my past self, So now I gotta prove it to myself. Anyway, hold on. So yeah, when I first started playing video games, I was reinforcing the belief that I was a video game player, Like, that was me changing from a non-video game player to a video game player, And I was reinforcing that, like, belief. Anyway, the second thing, or B, the more you repeat a behavior, the more you reinforce the identity related to that behavior. And that was what I just talked about for, like, a couple seconds. Anyway, yeah, that's like, each time you save a little bit of money, that's you reinforcing the identity of you being good with money, Yeah. Anyway, the next thing, each habit is like a suggestion to who you are, which just goes back into the last thing. And then the last thing is, this is another double-edged sword, but this one's a little bit more lenient, so it's like voting, kind of. So, when you go to vote for like, something, then, like, it's whichever thing has more votes. So if you think of your vote as, like, an action. So say, recently I've been trying to, like, be cleaner, Or I am cleaner as a person, That's my identity now. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's my identity now. I'm going to be a cleaner person. or I am a clean person in general, and the things I am doing to reinforce that identity for me is to like pick up or clean 3 things anywhere throughout my house each morning and each afternoon. And I don't always do it, but as long as I do that thing more than not do it, I will build that habit, you know? So, keep that in mind. And the last thing, this is the actual step, is to first decide who you want to be. You know, like say, I want to be, I want to be good with money, or I am good with money. Like this is like a whole made up thing. If I am currently not good at making, or like at saving money, or at, you know, I'm not good with money, you know, basically. And the thing that I want to be is a person that's good with money, then I'm going to believe that I'm good with money. And then the second step is to prove yourself to yourself with small wins. So say I am a good with money, you know? And then the things that I can do to, you know, reinforce that is to save $200 each month, you know? So at the end of the month, if I have saved $200, then that's a vote towards, you know, me building that habit. And then if I don't, then that's a vote towards me not getting that habit. And that's okay if you don't have a good vote, because you just gotta focus on getting those good votes, and eventually it'll work out, you know? Yeah. Anyway, on to the next thing. This is number 16. We're almost done. Once you know who you are, just ask yourself, what would insert identity do? So, with this, it's like, say I want to be, or I am somebody that exercises a lot. And then, throughout the day, I could just ask myself, what would somebody that exercises a lot do? And say it's the middle of the day, I'm about to eat lunch, and I ask myself, what would somebody who's, like, athletic and, you know, is good with exercising and stuff like that, what would they do? And if they're trying to be healthy, what would they do? And you'd probably come up with, you know, a good meal. Something that's not like cake, or a snack, like nachos, a pizza cheesesteak from Casa Italia. Eat that. It's really good. I had one today. Anyway. Yeah. That's that. And the last thing, ultimately, your habits are about being who you want to be, and then, yeah, so like, I'm going to repeat that one more thing. Ultimately, your habits are about who you want to be. So they're all about building your character and your identity, and reinforcing that identity, and becoming the best version of yourself in every shape or form, you know? And then the next step, that's the end of this video. The next video is going to be how to build habits in 4 steps. And that's just the 3rd chapter of this book. I'm about to start reading it. My goal is to have that video out in 2 days. Yeah? Think that's fair? Alright? I hope you enjoyed it. Don't think anyone's even watching this, but if somebody is, you know, if you gained any value from this whatsoever, just subscribe, because I'm going to be doing much more of this. And then after I finish this book, I'll move on to, I think the next book I want to do is How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I think I'm really going to like that book. So, yeah, that's the next book I'm going to do after I finish Atomic Habits. But, yeah, have a nice day, and I'll see you soon, 1 or 2 days, maybe 3. Yeah, bye.